President Yoon Suk Yeol makes a surprising U-turn and lifts his martial law order just hours after implementing it. The unpopular leader made the call to deploy military forces and suspend democracy following concerns of anti-state forces. However, lawmakers swiftly voted against the order and chaos ensued at the country's National Assembly. Jason Gaidola joins us in studio with more. Good evening, Jason.
Good evening, Manisa. South Korean troops had made their way inside the parliament building, officially indicating military order was in place. However, there was a resolution after President Yoon called for a cabinet meeting. Following a martial law declaration, South Korean soldiers entered their parliament through these smashed-up windows, while the country plummets to civil unrest. Protesters outside the National Assembly in Seoul were also held back by local police, reacting to the democratic crisis. President Yoon Suk Yeol declared martial law late Tuesday, vowing to eliminate anti-state forces as he struggles against an opposition that maintains parliament control. However, hours later, a sweeping vote against the military order was passed by lawmakers, including members of his own party.
국회의 계엄 해제 요구가 있어 계엄 사무에 투입된 군을
President Yoon decided to accept Parliament's demands, prompting the reinstatement of political activity and freedom of the press.
We enjoyed a very vibrant democracy, and all of a sudden, my freedom of speech, my freedom of expression will be all limited. I don't think any Koreans will accept that. So, a lot of people are scratching their heads, and there's a big question mark. Why did the president, made this, announcement?
He also demanded the end of alleged manipulation within government.
윤석열 대통령의 불법적이고 위헌적이고
Opposition leaders called the bold move unconstitutional, igniting memories of an era of authoritarian leaders that the country has not seen since the 1980s.
This week in particular, his budget has been under attack by the opposition. There have been a number of motions by Parliament to impeach various members of his cabinet. There's a scandal that's engulfing his own family. His own wife is accused of corruption. So, like I said, he's politically cornered. But again, this is a very, it's essentially a nuclear option.
President Yoon and his Conservative Party have accused their adversaries of sympathizing with communist North Korea.
He used really strong language against the opposition, essentially accusing them of working in cahoots with North Korean communists, but there isn't an immediate military threat, and we haven't heard anything from the North Koreans officially on this. But of course, they'll use this in their propaganda to show that South Korea is unstable.
Western allies like the U.S. say they've contacted President Yoon, and assurances were made that assistance from U.S. troops deployed in South Korea were not needed.
First of all, our commitment to the alliance and the defense of the ROK is ironclad. We're going to continue to consult with ROK and see how things develop.
Meanwhile, after President Yoon lifted martial law, opposition leaders went on the offensive and demanded Yoon's resignation today. We also reached out to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's office, asking if he's been in contact with South Korean officials. We've yet to hear back.